Warning: this video might scare you. If you're easily frightened, it's best not to watch. Viewer discretion is advised.
Number 1. In this video series on TikTok, user Isaiah Harris 333 has a chilling encounter that will definitely give you goosebumps. In the first clip, we see Isaiah and a friend on a bridge. They both look down into the thick bushes below, hearing noises coming from somewhere under the bridge. But they decide to check it out.
Dude, did you hear that? You didn't hear that? Dude, please don't go down there. Oh my gosh. Dude, hold on. Let me go first.
As they look down a dark tunnel, the camera captures a thin, pale figure with long, creepy limbs. It lets out a terrifying scream, and the video cuts off abruptly. The next night, they return with camping gear, supplies, and a four-wheeler, determined to find out what they saw. They camp nearby and spend hours listening, searching for any sign of the creature.
Because it's literally so quiet here. I've heard some like growls and grunts and stuff, but nothing like what we heard.
At first, it seems like a dead end, but when they post the video, a sharp-eyed viewer notices a figure hiding in the trees in the background. Could this be the same creature? Some viewers think it resembles a Wendigo, a skinwalker, or maybe even the Rake, a spooky, pale humanoid with long limbs, sharp claws, and glowing eyes, known for stalking people and feeding off their fear. It usually appears in remote or abandoned areas, adding to its mysterious nature. Is it possible this TikToker caught one of these creatures on camera? Number 2. This next eerie video comes from TikTok user TroyLego1. According to Troy, he's been dealing with strange events in his home, including disturbing noises and banging coming from his basement door and attic. Suspecting it might be paranormal or even demonic, Troy sets up CCTV cameras in these areas to catch anything unusual. The morning after setting up the cameras, Troy leaves for work. His basement camera records the ceiling fan spinning on its own, followed by a loud banging sound from the basement door. Suddenly, the door creaks open for a few seconds, and a deep growl is heard before it slams shut. For a few days, nothing happens, but just over a week later, the camera picks up more bizarre activity. Loud knocking and growling echo from the basement. The door flies open and then abruptly stops. Chairs under the dining table start moving, and then the basement door slams shut again. Moments later, the door swings open and a heavy bench crashes into the wall. Almost 2 weeks pass without incident. But then a chair slides out from under the table, only to move in another direction. Another chair shifts by itself. When Troy returns home, he notices the chairs are out of place and checks for intruders, finding nothing. As he goes down to the basement, the door suddenly slams behind him. Shaken, he leaves, more convinced than ever that something paranormal is at work. Later, Troy checks the attic camera footage, and to his shock, it reveals even more chilling events. Orbs float around, and a small door in the attic wall slowly slides open before closing again. TikTok viewers have been spooked by Troy's uploads, with many believing his footage shows undeniable proof of paranormal activity. Some speculate a malevolent poltergeist may be haunting his home. What do you think? Could Troy really be dealing with something sinister? Share your thoughts in the comments. Number 3. This chilling moment was caught on camera in Norway during a heavy snowstorm, and it's a nightmare scenario. 2 women were driving cautiously on a mountain road when they approached a sharp turn. And then, this happened. A massive truck with 2 trailers lost control and came speeding toward them. They must have thought it was the end, but incredibly the truck stopped just centimeters away, narrowly avoiding disaster. It was pure luck. One thing worth noting, though, is that one of the women had her feet up on the dashboard. In an accident, this is extremely dangerous and could cause serious injuries. So, as a reminder, never put your feet on the dashboard for safety's sake. Number 4. In this unsettling video, a camper decided to go stealth camping in a familiar forest spot.
Somebody's there. Somebody's just standing there. I think they just saw me now because where I walked is more in that clearing over there. Somebody's... Hi. Hi.
He noticed people watching him nearby and heard strange noises.
They're like 200 yards that way. Just standing there. There's like that overhanging tree right about there. You can barely see it beyond my fingers, and they're just standing right there.
While setting up, he spotted someone standing nearby, watching him. He tries to stay calm, noting that the figure is about 200 yards away near a tree. With night closing in, he debates what to do, knowing it wouldn't be safe to run through the dark forest.
And the last thing I'm going to do is run through the forest again in the middle of the night with no idea what's going on behind me. So we're going to hang tight here for a few minutes and try and feel this out. I might honestly just walk over there, but I don't think that would be the safest thing to do. Get my headlight out, hang on. There, and you're beyond my line of sight. It's just now getting dark, and I don't like that. I don't like the feeling.
After a tense few minutes, he notices the person slowly turning and walking away, disappearing into the thick trees. The whole experience left him with a bad feeling, so he quickly packed up and left the area. Shaken by the encounter, he decided he'd never camp there again. Number 5. Video is from TikTok user QBackCoit, a man who regularly buys and sells items on Facebook Marketplace and eBay. Recently, he picked up a crate of random items from a yard sale for just $5. Among the items was an eerie-looking doll that immediately gave him an unsettling feeling. After bringing the box home and setting it on the table, strange things started to happen.
Dude, I swear this box just fucking looked on its own. Oh shit. So I'm playing video games on my desk and I just heard the guitar play itself and it moved, I swear. So it does it again. This is the first time something's happened outside my room. You're in here, can you move the curtain again? It's back looking upwards and now it's upright, so that's kind of scary. It's not up anymore. Or it'll just move the shirt in the closet. Hey, if you can hear me, just move it again. We can actually just go check it out. Because there's no one in here. It's not really, it's kind of cluttered, so. Yeah, this one. I swear I just heard it move. Come on, move again. Hey, if you want me to leave, move. Okay. There's no one. Sorry, it's kind of dark, but this guy. Hey, if you can hear me, move the doll again. Move it again. It was moving earlier. Move again. Okay. See that? Move it more. Still nothing. Anything else? Oh, you sure? Anything else?
As he sat browsing online, he thought he saw the box move slightly. Then, out of nowhere, he heard the strings of his guitar pluck by themselves, and the bathroom faucet turned on even though he was alone in the house. He began asking if anything in the room could respond by moving, and soon the closet door started to knock. The doll itself seemed to shift positions, moving from lying down to sitting upright. He decided to put the doll in a closet, hoping that would put an end to the strange occurrences. But things only got worse. The next day, he heard knocking sounds from inside the closet, and the atmosphere in his home grew tense, as if something dark had settled there. Even while working at his desk, he noticed strange sounds and flickering lights around the house. Over the next few days, the doll's movements became more frequent. Every time he checked, it seemed to be in a different position, sometimes even looking directly at his bed. In one instance, a shirt hanging nearby slowly slipped over the doll as if hiding it from view. Tyler tried reaching out to the person who sold him the box, but there was no answer, leaving him more unnerved. So, what do you think? Is this truly a haunted doll? Share your thoughts in the comments. Number 6. A terrifying accident happened at an aluminum manufacturing plant, and it's hard to believe that the worker involved survived. Honestly, it seems like pure luck combined with the quick actions of his brave co-workers. In this intense footage, you'll see just how close he came to disaster. Molten aluminum can reach incredibly high temperatures, and as I watched, I couldn't help but imagine the worst possible outcome. But in a moment of courage, a co-worker managed to pull him away from danger just in time. Fortunately, only one person was injured, and after being rushed to the hospital, he made a full recovery. Number 7. This video was shared by Reddit user Nikolai Gogol, who says he's been experiencing strange events ever since he moved into his new apartment. One night, he was woken by the sound of laughter and a creaking swing outside, but no one was there. He explains that the previous tenants left under mysterious circumstances. About a month after moving in, Nikolai started hearing odd noises at night and even found scratch marks on his neck. Things got stranger when he noticed a children's book and a box of cereal on his kitchen counter, items he didn't remember placing there. He also discovered tiny fingerprints on the inside of his window that he couldn't wipe away. In this video, Nikolai captures the eerie sight of an empty swing moving by itself, with distant laughter echoing in the background. Number 8. A dash cam video, likely filmed in Brazil, shows a man driving along a highway, everything appearing normal, until something shocking happens. Suddenly, a huge road sign collapses, crashing right into the vehicle's path. In a split second, the driver swerves, barely escaping what could have been a deadly accident. The sign looked sturdy enough to slice through the car rather than just crush it, making the driver's quick reaction a life-saving move that turned a near disaster into a miraculous escape. Number 9. This video comes from the YouTube channel Clip Store, where they captured something unsettling during a solo exploration of a tunnel at night. As the man walks through the dark tunnel, he starts hearing eerie noises echoing around him. Moments later, he turns around and catches sight of a mysterious figure, a woman standing close to the wall. The question is, could this be a real ghost, or is there a logical explanation behind it? Number 10. The next video, recorded on January 27, 2024 in Russia, shows workers standing beneath a massive beam suspended overhead. Honestly, being under something like that doesn't seem like a great idea. What happens next is surprising. You might expect the beam to fall directly onto the workers, but instead, it tips to the side, causing one of the workers to get caught by it. This unexpected movement catapults him out of the back of the truck in quite a dramatic way. Fortunately, nobody was hurt in this incident, which is a relief considering how dangerous the situation could have been. It's a lucky outcome, especially given how close they were to a serious accident. Number 11. The next video comes from TikTok user Diego Spikers, who shared 3 really strange and unsettling clips. In the first video, he recorded a duffel bag resting on the ground when suddenly, and for no clear reason, things started to happen. In the second video, While moving into what seems to be his kitchen, he's abruptly interrupted by a series of strange pounding and knocking sounds nearby. Curious, he opens the kitchen sink cupboard, thinking it might be the source of the noise, only to find an odd doll inside. Just when you think things can't get any stranger, the third video shows him opening another cabinet after hearing more mysterious sounds. This time he discovers something much scarier than a doll, a ghostly figure resembling a young child, although the view is quite unclear.